And I have joining me a public health expert, Yusuff Adebayo, to talk more on this. He joins me virtually. Good to have you join us.
Hello. Thank you very much, Precious.
So let's look at these staggering figures. We understand that around the world, the number of tobacco users are reducing by the day, but it's not the same story in Africa where we see an increase, rather, in the number of tobacco users. In 2000, it was about 63 million, 67 million. In 2018, it was 73 million. And we understand that by 2030, that figure is going to drastically increase. Why are we seeing the surge in Africa, and what do we do to remedy this situation?
One thing about tobacco is that it still remains a major global public health threat, as you have rightly said. So one key thing that is actually happening in Africa is that people tend to actually emulate Western lifestyle, and they want to actually behave like them. So that means that if you actually want to remedy the use of tobacco in Africa, then we need to be more proactive rather than being reactive to the use of tobacco.
And how can we be proactive? What do we do to be proactive?
Yeah, being proactive, now we need to think about people who actually smoke, and we need to understand the reason why they actually use this product. And one key thing about people who smoke, smokers generally, is that they actually want to derive the pleasure from nicotine. So what we have to do is to actually ensure that we inculcate human rights into the use of tobacco. And one basic concept that is often used is the concept of tobacco harm reduction, in which we actually give smokers the opportunity to switch to safer nicotine option. Because now these products are much more safer. Studies have shown that, don't take my word for that, it has been shown that tobacco harm reduction products like snails, like nicotine pouches, they are relatively more smokers safer compared to tobacco. So if smokers cannot actually quit the use of cigarette, we should advocate for them to switch to this safer nicotine product. But what is actually expected for everyone is to to cease the use of any nicotine product or smoking. But we know that this is not possible in reality. So that's why tobacco harm reduction products actually offer another option for smokers to stop the use of cigarettes and to switch to safer options.
But this is basically addressing it from the user point of view, which is also very effective, because if people are not buying it, I mean, that would be, or if we have a reduction in number of people using it, that would be very impressive. But let's also talk about the companies themselves, who are now very aggressive in their messaging. How do we address it from the tobacco standpoint of the tobacco companies, and also those who are growing the tobacco plant itself?
Yeah, that's a very interesting question, because the concept of tobacco harm reduction is basically to provide an option for smokers. And the thing is that even if tobacco companies are getting involved in the concept of tobacco harm reduction, what we actually need to understand, or what we actually need to go away with, is the concept that, is this product really effective to curb the use of cigarettes? If that is a yes, then we actually need to come together as policymaker, as healthcare professional, as researcher, to discuss, to develop the best approach that African countries, including Nigeria, that we can actually use to be able to benefit from this safer option. If we want to crack down on, let's say, no one should use safer nicotine products, then we are trying to say people should continue to smoke. And that means more money for tobacco companies. So the point of tobacco, the point of tobacco harm reduction is, are we going to improve people's health? If that is a yes, then we definitely need to look for a way to be able to inculcate this approach into our tobacco control measures and approach in Africa and globally.
Public health expert Yusuff Adebayo, thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you.